Welcome to BusinessTraining.com. This video module is focused on employee handbooks. This is our agenda for the video topic today. Please take a moment to review the outline. The employee handbook is the primary tool of communication between the employer and its employees. It is used to consolidate and organize the information about the company and the aspects of employment at the company. A well-written handbook provides set expectations and portrays what an employee can expect from employment at the company. Utilizing an employee handbook is a great way to make an initial impression on a new hire or employee at the company. An effective employee handbook should describe the legal obligations of the employer and the rights of the employees, as well as provide a description of the company, the nature of the business, and the corporate values and culture of the employer. There are some common and effective documents that should typically be included in most employee handbooks. Such documents include a welcome statement. This statement can also include a brief history and description of the company. At-will employment statements, if applicable, should be included to alleviate any confusion and protect the employer from misunderstanding it as an employment contract. Anti-discrimination policies will help ensure and communicate the employer's compliance with equal employment opportunity laws that prohibit discrimination and harassment. The handbook or employee manual can include compensation details in regards to federal and state tax deduction information, as well as voluntary deductions for company benefit programs. This compensation information could also include legal obligations to employees regarding overtime pay, pay schedules, performance reviews, salary increases, timekeeping, breaks, and bonus compensation. Handbooks may also include work schedules that establish the standard work week, work hours, schedules, attendance requirements and punctuality statements, how to report absences, and guidelines for flexible scheduling and telecommuting, if offered by the employer. Employee standards of conduct are typically included in the handbook to discuss how employees should conduct themselves in the workplace, the dress code, and the ethics. Employee handbooks can also include general employment information, which can include a description of typical employee records information that is kept, any employment probationary periods, and termination, discharge, and resignation procedures. Any safety and security policies should be included to include operation safety and health administration policies and laws and other safety policies, how to report accidents, description of security or locker use, if applicable. Computer and technology use policy memorandums are also important in detailing and setting the expectations and limitations for computer and software use by employees. A description of any employee benefits is generally included and will describe all the benefit programs in detail, as well as eligibility requirements for the programs. Benefits such as COBRA, retirement plans, health insurance, tuition assistance or reimbursement, and business travel expense accounts should be laid out in the benefits section of the employee handbook. Although leave is an employee benefit, it should usually be discussed in a separate section of the handbook, such as an extensive topic. Leave policies should discuss Family and Medical Leave Act rights, military leave, as well as regular vacation and sick day leave and holidays. All handbooks should include at least an acknowledgement of receipt and understanding form. This form is signed by the employee and turned into the supervisor or human resources department to acknowledge the employee has received his or her copy of the employee handbook and that they have read through it and understand and comply with the policies laid out. This is to ensure and understand and to protect the employer from future claims from employees that they have never received or read the employee handbook. Some things to consider when putting together an employee handbook are to make sure not to include severance policies. If severance policies are included, that takes away the leverage for negotiations from the employer and ensures a standard severance package for nearly every employee, which is not ideal. Do not include frequently changing policies or soon-to-be-changed policies. Doing so would just continuously outdate the employee handbook and it would lose any value or purpose. Consider having different translations of the handbook for workers with varying native languages. This may help both increase understanding and compliance of company policies as well as foster a relationship of respect. Have an attorney review the handbook to ensure it complies with all federal and state laws and regulations. Ensure the employee handbook is up to date if any changes have been made to policies, such as health insurance plans or retirement benefits. Think about including a disclaimer that states the employee handbook is not an employment contract. Again, this will help ensure that employees do not mistake signing the handbook with signing a contract. Also, think about including a statement that notes that policies are subject to change. This allows for flexibility in changing policies in the future. Another possible enclosure could be a non-disclosure agreement. Including this will help protect trade secrets and company proprietary information if the employee is voluntary or involuntarily terminated. If you would like more information on employee handbooks, please go to the employeehandbook.org website at the following link. Thank you once again for your time and attention, and this is businesstraining.com, where you can earn a master's level qualification to make more money.